All right, so today you're doing a deep dive on, well, YouTube income and AI. Specifically, this thing called Musion. Ever heard of it?
I have, yeah. It's one of the newer AI video tools popping up.
Right. And the source is interesting. It's like someone's fired up summary, maybe even another YouTube video about it, which is kind of funny when you think about it. But it's all in Spanish, so we've translated it for today. And this person is, well, let's just say they're really gung-ho about using AI to make money on YouTube.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of buzz around AI video tools right now, and for good reason, I think. The tech is getting really good really fast, but I also think it's healthy to be a bit skeptical, especially when someone's promising the moon and back.
For sure, for sure. And that's kind of what we're here to unpack, right? Because the source jumps right into this idea that AI can make, quote, high quality videos super fast,
Good.
even if you're a total newbie, which a lot of folks are, so that's appealing.
It is appealing, but I always get a little cautious when I hear that phrase high quality. I mean, it's subjective, isn't it? Like, what makes a YouTube video actually good?
Good point.
The stuff that keeps me watching, it's not just about slick editing or fancy graphics. It's about whether the video grabs my attention, tells a story,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even makes me feel something. You know,
Yeah.
that's the human touch that AI, at least for now, can't quite replicate.
Totally, totally. And speaking of grabbing attention, this source throws out some pretty wild numbers about what people are supposedly making with this Musion thing. Like, there's this example of a channel about ancient Egypt. Apparently, they're raking in somewhere between 1,700 and 27,000 euros per month, which, first of all, that's a huge range.
Exactly. And that right there tells you something, right? Those figures, they're just estimates. Nobody's guaranteeing that kind of income.
Mhm.
Plus, we're missing all the context,
Yeah.
what niche they're in, how long they've been at it, how much they're engaging with their audience, all that stuff factors in. A channel's success on YouTube, it's way more complex than just pressing a button, even with AI in the mix.
So it's not just as easy as, like, make it go now, darn, but this Musion thing, they make it sound almost too good to be true. AI storyboarding, different visual styles. They've even got hashtag generation built in. It's like YouTube domination in a box.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a shiny object, right? And I get it. If you're just starting out, anything that promises to make the process easier, faster, that's going to be tempting.
Oh, for sure. Especially with video editing, like that learning curve can be steep. So if AI can help you skip a few steps, why not, right?
Right. But, and this is a big step, see, even with all the bells and whistles, all the AI magic, you can't just lose sight of what makes you stand out on YouTube. It's got to be authentic. It's got to be you, your voice, your perspective, connecting with your people. Think about the channels you subscribe to. It's not just about their videos being super polished. It's the personality, the perspective that makes you want to hit that subscribe button.
That's true. That's true. And that kind of reminds me, this whole idea of consistency, it pops up a lot in this source, like picking those evergreen topics that never go out of style, building up that library of content over time. It's like they're saying slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. It's a long game, right?
Yeah.
And it goes back to your earlier question about whether this is a viable strategy for someone starting out.
Yeah.
It's not about getting rich quick. It's about building something sustainable, creating content that people will actually keep coming back to, building that relationship over time.
So not just chasing viral moments, but actually like cultivating a community.
Exactly.
Okay, but hold on. Doesn't YouTube like have rules about AI generated content? Can we just unleash an army of AI video makers and call it a day?
That's a great question. And you're right. YouTube's not exactly thrilled about being overrun by bots.
Right.
What's interesting here is that YouTube, like any platform, right, they want to make sure that their users are having a good experience. And that goes for viewers,
Yeah.
but it goes for creators too.
So playing by the rules, yeah. What does that actually look like in practice when you're using AI for your videos?
Well, the source mentions a few things, like being upfront about using AI, not spamming the platform with the same video over and over, that kind of stuff. And really focusing on whether the video is actually good, actually useful for the viewer. Basically, common sense, being a decent human being online, same as always.
Right. Be cool. But, knowing the rules and actually like cracking the code, those are two different beasts, right? The source we've got, they kind of gloss over the whole algorithm side of YouTube, which is like the real key to success, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. The YouTube algorithm, it's this whole other thing to figure out, constantly changing too. It's like you could have the best bakery in the world, but if it's hidden down some random alley, nobody's going to find it. You got to make sure people can actually see your stuff.
Love the analogy. So how do we make sure our videos, they don't get lost down the YouTube alleyway, so to speak?
SEO, my friend. You got to get good at SEO.
Right. SEO, everyone's always talking about that.
It's not just a buzzword, though. It really matters. Optimizing your titles, your descriptions, even the words you're saying in the video so when people search for stuff, your video pops up.
Makes sense. Because what's the point of making awesome videos if nobody ever lays eyes on them? But here's the thing, this whole conversation, it's got me thinking. This source, they're so hung up on the number of videos. Remember, churn them out, hundreds of them, each one making a buck, whatever. It all feels a bit, I don't know, like a content farm, you know?
I see what you're saying. Like instead of quantity,
Yeah.
what if we flipped the script? What if you focused on making, say, a smaller number of killer videos, like really high quality, using AI to help you polish things up, but it's your vision, your creativity, your personality that's really shining through.
So less about the AI replacing you, more about it helping you be even more you. Like you're the director and the AI is your superpowered editor working behind the scenes.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, AI is just a tool, right? And a tool is only as good as the person using it. And on YouTube especially, authenticity is still king. That human connection, that's what keeps people coming back for more.
This has been a fascinating deep dive, I gotta say. So, for our listeners out there, if you're thinking about jumping into the AI video world, don't just get caught up in the hype. Don't think about it like churning out endless videos. Think about how you can use these tools to really level up your content, share your unique voice, your stories, connect with your people in a way that only you can.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, that wraps up another deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and remember, in a world increasingly driven by algorithms, it's our humanity that truly sets us apart.